Over the course of America's development, many pastimes have gained traction throughout the nation. These hobbies, including baseball, football, and dancing, served as an escape from the draining nature of raising a family in the 40-hour workweek. However, no pastime is as uniquely Baltimorean as duckpin bowling. The sport holds a special place in the hearts of many and continues to be passed on from one generation to the next due to the dedication of bowling enthusiasts. Come along on this look into the past and present of a local tradition as we hear from alley owners and investigate the highly disputed past of duckpin bowling. Despite duckpin bowling's prominence in Baltimore's history, the origins of the sport still remain murky. The most popular story of how duckpin bowling came to be involves John McGraw and Wilbert Robinson, who both played for the Baltimore Orioles and were inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. According to Baltimore Sports, Stories from Charm City, McGraw and Robinson were also business partners who owned the Diamond Alleys, a traditional 10-pin bowling establishment and saloon on Howard Street in downtown Baltimore. Around 1900, a Baltimore furniture maker named John Dittmar came up with the idea of whittling the pins into a smaller size and brought a set to the Diamond Alleys. McGraw and Robinson used to give Dittmar the shattered wooden pins so he could use the wood for furniture legs. The pins were set up and a small crowd watched as some people rolled against the smaller pins. Upon being struck, the pins flew up the lanes, and McGraw and Robinson, who were avid duck hunters, remarked that it looked like pins flying off a pond, and the term duck pins was coined. From the moment duckpin bowling was invented, it spread like wildfire throughout the city and eventually the East Coast. One reason for the sport's explosion was the creation of bowling leagues. In 1927, the National Duckpin Bowling Congress was created. By connecting players, NDBC allowed those who shared a love for duckpin bowling to meet and compete. The establishment of a governing body led to the rise of tournaments and local champions, including Toots Barger, who was hailed as the queen of duckpin bowling. Barger was the top-ranked woman in her sport 13 times between 1947 and 1958, according to the National Museum of American History. Other famous names in the sport include Amy Sykes, Jimmy Wolfie Wolfensberger, and Barney Spinella. Duckpin bowling reached its height around the 1960s with over 1,200 alleys in Greater Baltimore, but has since faced a decline in the number of participants. However, the sport continues to unite people due to its importance in the city's history and community-focused culture. Currently open alleys such as Mustang Alleys, Pinland, Parkville Bowling Lanes, Stoneleigh Lanes, and Severna Park Lanes serve as a living piece of Baltimore history and a place for the city to gather. One of the owners of Parkville Bowling Lanes was able to offer a glimpse into the operations of the alley and the evolution of the sport. On the history of Parkville Lanes, he said,
"It opened in, I believe, right around 1960. I don't know the exact date. The current ownership group, this is myself and a couple people, we bought the place in 2017 and reopened. It was closed for about a year before that. We're 26 lanes. We've always been duck pins. And at some point in the 70s, half the lanes were brought here from another bowling alley down the street, which I believe was the original Parkville lane.
Yeah.
All of our machines are built in the 1950s. Some still have some original parts on them.
The owner also commented on how the alley changed with the times, saying,
I mean, in the time we've owned the place, I've been actually doing it for over 20 years.
Yeah.
We've kind of went away from, like, charging people by the game to doing more, like, by time, like, by the hour or the half an hour and stuff like that. But in terms of really adapt or anything, we really haven't. We're still very retro and old school. We don't have any automatic scoring.
Yeah.
We still do it with all scoring by hand. We've upgraded the menu a little bit. Like, I have pretty decent, like, stock bar menu and all that. Our rock and roll, we have some, new lights and stuff like that. But, I mean, honestly, if you walk in there right now, you would probably think it's the 90s or the 80s, maybe.
Yeah. Additionally, he explained why Parkville Lanes chose to offer duckpin bowling over traditional bowling.
Yeah, so back when this place was opened in the 60s or late 50s, duckpin bowling was very, very popular. Personally, my parents met duckpin bowling, so I've been a duckpin bowler my whole life. And I've been working at a duckpin bowling alley high school. and I've been owning this one for almost a decade now. So I mean, just for me, this is what I know and what I do.
In conclusion, Duckpin Bowling is an essential part of Baltimore's history. It creates a space for friends and family to come together and have some competitive fun. Thanks to the determination of lane owners and league participants, the sport offers a getaway from an increasingly divided and detached culture. Special thanks to Parkville Bowling Lanes for the interview, and stay tuned for the next video.